Before even diving into the world of game dev, I found myself immersed in countless tutorials. My introduction to the Godot game engine came from Mziziziz, a game developer and YouTuber known for creating PS1 style game tutorials and other content. Also the mastermind behind the game that went kind of viral, that was the Mzizizizizizizi's accomplishments in Godot inspired me to explore this free, open source and lightweight game engine, a refreshing alternative after my previous laptop met its fiery demise while running Unreal Engine. No offense Unreal Engine fans, but back then it was like the Hagrid of game engines, big, powerful and prone to accidentally crushing your laptop. I inevitably stumbled upon GD Quest, which is in my opinion like the gatekeeper of Godot on YouTube. It was there that I realized that to truly create games with Godot, I needed to master the arts of coding. And that was perfect because I'd been eager to develop a hard skill for a while. So I rolled up my sleeves and dived right into the world of coding, soon discovering that learning to code was like deciphering ancient hieroglyphics, challenging but not insurmountable. My schedule allowed for an average of 2 hours every weekday. Some days I could spend the entire day on it, while other weeks I barely had a moment to breathe. Ultimately, it amounted to roughly 2 hours per weekday, excluding the time spent gazing blankly at my screen, ceiling and walls and windows. As the saying goes, slow and steady wins the race. I began with L. Sweigart's Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, dedicating about an hour on weekdays for 3 months. I also used the Solo Learn mobile application to continue learning on the go. However, I hit a roadblock in Chapter 6 of Automate due to a technical issue while running a program from a terminal window or something like that. Despite this setback, I completed the Python beginner course on Solo Learn, earning myself this nice little digital certificate, which I came to find out sooner or later doesn't have much value apart from using it to boast my imaginary friends. Learning the bare basics of coding, variables, list, while, and for loops, you know the drill. It didn't take me long to get it. But in my opinion, coding isn't just about memorizing syntax and mastering technicalities, although you'll face plenty of that at first. The way I see it, coding is a delightful cocktail of creativity, problem solving, mathematics, and science. So, contrary to popular belief, it's not just for number crunchers or lab coat wearers. It's about cultivating a versatile problem-solving mindset that can tackle a wide range of challenges, in my opinion, of course. During this whirlwind of coding education and binge-watching Godot videos, I finally downloaded Godot and began to follow some tutorials. So there I was, a coding wizard able to generate cat names on my computer screen, with each name neatly separated by commas and adorned with an end before the final name. Now it was time to delve into Godot tutorials. Within weeks I conquered Heartbeast's action RPG tutorial and several other GD Quest tutorials. But let's be honest, I mostly just mastered the arts of copy-pasting. So the moment of truth came. I sat down at my computer, I took a deep breath and I clicked on that button that says start a new project. And then distraction set in and I found myself contemplating the mysteries of the universe. About an hour later I snapped back into reality, realizing that I needed an idea. So I thought, A 3D platformer should be easy enough, right? And so my search for more Godot tutorials resumed. That's when I discovered two YouTube gold mines, Reuse RP and Garbage. These channels became the foundation of my solo game dev journey and admittedly the source of most of my borrowed code. I've already completed most of the heavy lifting for my game, including gameplay mechanics, art, themes, and aesthetics. However, my game is currently a spaghetti code mess and there's still much polishing to do. The workflow for Lucid Leap has been somewhat straightforward, of course, with Godot for game development, Blender for 3D modeling, and Krita for when I occasionally needed to paint something by hand. Currently, I'm working on composing soundtrack using LMMS. And no, if you're thinking, I'm not doing all of this alone. I've put together a team comprised entirely of robots. Just to set the record straight, even the incredible vocalist you might have heard. She's a robot. In the next episode, I'll share how I skillfully adapted, or rather stole, Reuse RP's 3D controller script for player movement and implemented the coin collecting mechanism and checkpoint system. I'll also discuss the most challenging obstacles I faced, the ones that gave me headaches akin to a wild night of partying, which by the way is the only way I truly experience what partying feels like. And before we wrap up, let's address the very quiet baby elephant in the room, the web series that I've been working on. It's called Where Did We Go? While it may not be bursting at the seams with action, violence, or steamy scenes, elements that, in my humble opinion, already saturate today's TV and entertainment landscape, this Dreamcore NostalgiaCore inspired comedy drama is a project that I am fond of working on. This dramedy series follows a family of three, two computer parents and a flower daughter, as they navigate life's twists and turns, inadvertently becoming entangled in various dilemmas and problems, both big and small, and encountering along the way a colorful cast of characters grappling with their own personal struggles. Where Did We Go delves into life's peaks and valleys and explores the beauty in ordinary moments and the intricate, overwhelming nature of the human experience and our efforts to make sense of it all. In a nutshell, Where Did We Go isn't going anywhere. After completing Lucid Leap, I plan to finish the final 2 or 3 episodes and even throw in a bonus episode for good measure. So that's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.